Greetings to another beautiful day of Smite competitive play. So today we've got Denial Esports NA versus Myoelectric. So for the blue team, that's the Denial, we have Athena, Apollo, Fenrir, Poseidon, and Matty Pocket. Actually, I forgot he was on Denial, on Odin. And for Myoelectric, we have Agni for Barcus, Shibalonke, and Guan Yu. So we're going to see early Blink Hog on Matty Pocket over there on Odin, and just have a look, see how it's going. So yeah, the junglers on these teams are going to be Fenrir and Four. Four actually gone early and decided to get an early ward, so he's probably looking to aggressive ward here. If we can see here, if through the Athena cam, she sees him coming, and here's the ward go down. Now, where did it actually go? It's just, like I say, there's a slight bug at the minute with the spectator client, so it would be about here. So I don't think he managed to get where he wanted to do. Obviously, he saw Athena, didn't, obviously, then he knew he'd been spotted, and then didn't want to get caught out. So there's a lot of people over here on the right-hand side now. Barcus is going to go, should have said on the left, and then go back on the right. Okay. So they got some good harassment damage there. We've got the Myoelectric have, I mean, they have the Agni and obviously the Four, obviously just being pretty much of a pain. Agni's just a bit of a pain on his own. Obviously, he's got so much damage potential. Starting off there with Vampiric Shroud though, so he's going to want some more sustain in the mid lane, as well as Poseidon. They both come from Vampiric Shroud. So we have two well, what is it? It's not Celerity Boots. It is Boots. So we've got Boots, Tabby, and Shoes. I have to remember that now. So we do have a little something going on the. So they're going a bit aggressive for that early Gold Fury camp. Actually, Shibalonke and Barcus managed to get back in there and get some, I think, get some last hits on that, but not too sure. So they were trying to get some early XP there, because that would have respawned fast enough. Now I didn't see if that got taken out on the right hand side at all, but the gold camp's not there, so I do suspect that's taken out. So that's some good early tactics coming on there. Because by the time your jungler get round, that should have actually respawned as it is. So we got some Apollo Athena action going on the right hand side lane, Poseidon middle, and we will have Odin on the left hand side lane, solo lane, Guan Yu as well. So we're starting to see this left hand lane, even though it's kind of, the last two matches has been left hand lane, but we're never quite sure. Obviously the teams are starting to use the LoL sense, the League of Legends sense. Obviously you put the objectives on the solo lane side. So a lot of times I see the Gold Fury camp going on the solo lane side. Don't know why it's on the solo lane. Barker's going in there onto Apollo. Apollo get belched to the gods. Pain is in a little trouble. Didn't actually look to get stunned there too much there. He's going out against Apollo. Apollo missed that. So beautiful there. But he is taking a lot of damage. We'll need to back out there. Then Roman archers will hurt him quite early on there. As it is. Does he have any potions? I think he's got a couple of potions on there, so he should be alright. As long as he just doesn't take too many unnecessary hits. So we've got Fenrir coming around, probably for a gank with Athena here. Let's just see kind of what's going on. Has a little look, might have been seen, so just needs to be a little careful. Barcus is going to back or bait at least, and then Fenrir is going to rotate back around. There's no point sitting around there waiting for a kill. If you're going to get a kill, go for the kill. Obviously, here we have Poseidon, mace to the face, sucking through some of that XP through the wall, as it's good to share the wall XP. Now Fenrir is going to go over here just as Four has to back off there, leave the leash out, and Fenrir is going to go for it. So Four decides to back off there. So we get some first early counter jungling. Not too bad of a counter jungle. It's just a little gold camp. But every little thing helps. Obviously, didn't want to back too early, but now he's had to back when he has, and that's just pretty much how it's going on. So, got Guan Yu on to Odin. Odin's just kind of, still kind of sitting around. Now we're gonna have a Fenrir coming around here in just a second. Just obviously gonna have a little look. You see, Matt's just sitting him. Odin ring going out there as well to hold him in. Nothing he can do. Ragnarok coming out there. Obviously, the Odin jumps into the air, and look. Ooh. One leap from Fenrir. No, he managed to get away with it. How did that happen? Nexus Angel should have finished that one off completely. Obviously, we got a gank going on Poseidon in the middle lane. Lucky enough, he manages to get away with that during that whole commotion that was going on there. So we'll have to follow that off on the player cam. I'll call that later. And the right hand lane. So we've got a lot of action going on now. So with the right hand side lane, it's taking a lot of damage. Shivalonki quite low. Barkus is still fine. Barkus is fine. Athena's low. Pain Devant is sort of right now. He's over 75. Obviously, that health potion is kind of getting him up a little bit more. He doesn't have any left. The only people left with potions. Barkus coming in there. Leap. Belch of the Gods going out onto. Wasn't quite sure where he was going there. Shivalonki going out for there onto Apollo. Pain just kind of duking out a little bit with Mesmerize as well. Manages to keep himself alive. Fina needs to back out there. Jeff just obviously taking the main brunt of the attacks, which is good obviously for a support. You obviously want to get in there, take the attacks so the carry can kind of sit around and not have to worry too much going on there. Now we see, I don't know, DLTN push back under his tower, takes a gut of the might to the face there. Pretty much uncontested with the towers. Trying to keep, just pretty much trying to keep as many creeps out from under the tower as you can, if you can. Obviously, the tower range and the tower attacks do reduce the amount of gold you get from that going on. So, just kind of get back here with the middle action. So, Agni and Poseidon mid used to be a very aggressive mid lane. Mid lane is kind of has to chill out a little bit. Mid lane is the most dangerous place to be at the current place in time with the way the map is. So he's going to rotate over there. Probably get some XP there. Ooh, needs to be a little careful. We didn't finish that off too much. But just enough there. Would have been funny to see Agni with the movement speed buff there. It would have been quite funny. I'm sure Narian would have been very pleased with that. Seeing as, how are we doing in... So we've got Fenrir. Fenrir is up 100 gold to Narian. And Ferian is Nexus Angel. So Fenrir obviously has got the clear speeds as is anyway compared to the 4, but if 4 can get a little bit of help on the clears, he can obviously catch up. But Fenrir's got probably the quickest solo clear as you can get. Or not as you can get, but out of the two that you can get. So everyone's just trying to keep going as there is, trying to clear the camps, keep the XP going, keep the junglers going. The ward coverage is good, obviously with the two kind of wards now. We can see that there's going to be a lot of like overlapping wards. Obviously you can see down by the bottom right cooldown buff, there's a red and a blue ward there. Obviously there's not a sentry ward, so it's not going to spot out each other. They're all kind of having a little look, see everybody kind of roaming around the jungle. Now we got a bit going on. Well, it ain't got a bit going on. Got Nexus Angel picking up his red buff. So it's a bit of a quiet game at the moment. Let's just have a look at the build. So we have Mystical Mark coming out first. Ooh, bit of action going on the right hand side. Got to be careful there. Pain Devant getting a little bit dove. That one dart managed to take out quite a bit of health actually for what it was. Needs to be a little careful though. Obviously, with Barkus taking the tower, Shivalonki could have got in there and done a little bit more damage now. And we're going to have to see a little contestation over the gold, little gold camp. But Ford decides to back out there. So they don't really want to fight the Fenrir at the minute. They kind of want to stay away. Denial. Myoelectric just kind of avoiding it. So we got Nexus going after the Guan Yu. Is he going to go for it? Shivalonki, come out there. Obviously, he's going to kind of slow him down. He's not going to see what's going on. Ranrock going out there just in time for that 4 ultimate, so he doesn't get stunned with that. Athena is coming out as well, but then she does land down. Well, she should land down. No, actually, she landed down on the outside of the wall. I'd have thought she'd... Kraken coming out there just to finish off Guan Yu. Guan Yu gets taken down there. 2 Rain of Fire coming out from Agni and a hammer from 4, and they managed to take down Nexus Angel. Now they're chasing down the Poseidon. Poseidon's in a lot of trouble there. Obviously, Spin the Wind coming out there. Berserker's Barrage managing to pick that kill off after the stun wall. So actually, Myoelectric have picked up a couple of extra kills there just for that one Guan Yu though, which was a pretty good pickup by them actually. Trying to figure out where they got that other kill though, but I can't quite see it yet. Who else died? So Apollo. Oh, so Apollo died once. When did he die? I missed it. I completely missed it. I might have even watched it. I don't know. So we got some Athena just to kind of hold the middle lane there until Poseidon gets back. So everyone's just kind of holding the lanes. Left-hand tower is taking a brunt full of damage from the minions at the moment. So he's going down to about 30% health. Still alright, still alright. The right-hand tower, as it is for Denial, is they could blow on that and it'll fall over. There's just like nothing health on that health bar. Absolutely nothing. So we're seeing, let's just look at the items we've got. So as I was saying, we've got the Heartseekers coming out on, as I said yesterday, we got the Heartseekers coming out onto the junglers. Obviously, Belch of the Gods coming out there onto Athena, then gets chucked up in the air. She does taunt Barkus in under the tower range, who does take one unnecessary damage, well, one unnecessary hit. Fenrir rotating over, will be going after Shivalonke, decides against that. Even though there's a 3-2, they're outnumbered, but he then decides to back off there. Obviously, Apollo wasn't there at the right time, so if the initiate went off, they wasn't going to kind of work for him too well. But yeah, we see a lot of the junglers picking up Heartseeker, obviously, with the little gold camps that we've got. They can stack it up a lot easier than they would have done before. Jump, Belch to the Gods. Obviously, the taunt from Athena managing to stop the Belch, and then Intoxication coming out there, so everyone's just kind of dancing around, not quite sure what they're going on. See these little Roman guys, too much wine in the evening, keeps them kind of messing around. We do have a Poseidon rotating over, though. Here he comes. What's he going to do? Does he have the Kraken? He does have the Kraken. Decides to just come off in the front, so he will be seen before he actually has any time to actually do anything. So we're just going to look at the gold. Has the 4 has managed, obviously, with that Fenrir died once and 4 got 2 kills instead of Fenrir's 1. Has managed to increase the gap for the junglers. So we've managed to get like 400 gold ahead of Fenrir at the minute, so Nexus Angel's 400 gold behind. Going for Beads first ability as well. 4 isn't buying any abilities, but still stuck on Tabby level 2. So at the minute, I'm not quite sure. He's obviously banking a lot of gold. I can see at the minute. Yeah, he's just not going back to spend it. Just that. This is it. So we've got Fenrir managed to finish off Heartseeker. Now, the way we kind of see how it's finished. So he's finished Heartseeker before finishing Tabby. Warrior Tabby or Ninja Tabby, whichever one he wants to pick. Most likely the Warrior Tabby. Because this is around the time that basically you want to get it out as fast as possible. Kind of you want to line it up for you've cleared, go back, buy, and then when the respawn's coming in of all the buff camps, you want to have your level 3 Heartseeker then. So he's here pretty much for when all the respawns are starting. Wants to be careful with that Agni though. He's going to do the Rain of Fire over the top, but does just miss. He did manage to pull that away before the action going on. So we got some action going on the right hand side, completely missing it whilst I was talking away. But then Apollo manages to get the kill, then 4 landed down on Apollo. Stunball coming out there onto Athena. Belch of the Gods coming out, but she manages to charge out the way. Poseidon in a little bit of trouble. Burkus Barrage coming out there. Leap from Barkus coming up, and I forgot what the hammer's called. The hammer just come back and smashed him in the face. That's pretty much. Agni was rotating over, but there's no need for Agni now. And Fenrir is taking down the middle tower, so Agni has to kind of back out, get back. 4 could go for Athena. No, decides not to. Decides to leave that kind of where it is. At the moment in time, Agni is going to come up behind, Rain of Fire and stun onto Fenrir. Fenrir, no, just decides to Path of Flames away, just to kind of get himself under the tower, give him a bit of protection, obviously. Fenrir does have his ultimate up. You don't want to kind of mess with Fenrir too much. It's when you take Fenrir for granted, that's when Fenrir kills you. The moment you don't respect Fenrir, Fenrir will then kill you. That's pretty much how the old boy kind of works. So, there's just nothing kind of spectacular. We've got Barkus going for Best Plate of Valor. Obviously, we want to get them cooldowns really low. Maybe we're going to see some Gold Fury attempt coming at here. So, Berserker's Barrage straight away onto it. No one's kind of seeing it. Barkus is obviously holding Poseidon middle. And this is going to be a completely uncontested Gold Fury. Yep, that's it. Completely gone. Athena has just stuck her head around the corner. We'll see the coin straight across the floor and realise, oh, crap. So, not doing too well there by Denial. So, Denial needs to kind of get some action going off there. Apollo pushing up. Right hand side there doesn't, the Barkus leap doesn't actually land on top of him. Trying to get some extra tower damage onto the, well, just onto the tower in general, really. Just to kind of hold it in place. Just kind of work it down. You want to keep working down the towers. Every time you get the chance to get an auto attack off on the tower, do it. You want to whittle it down as much as possible. So we've got Shivalanke rotating back round into Apollo. Athena coming up behind. Fenrir as well to join. We're going to see some possibly see some action. No, Fenrir decides not to. Sees there's no buff in the camp. 4 is here, which I'm completely looking the wrong way. Athena is rotating in, using her ult to kind of stop Fenrir dying. 4 goes up in the air. Where is he going to go? He's going after that Fenrir. Decides to take Athena instead. Kraken coming out. Kraken hitting nobody. It's more of a defensive Kraken, just to kind of keep him away, as yeah, you don't want anybody hitting on your friends. That's pretty much what it is. So Athena's going straight up to Barkus. Barkus in a little sticky situation, just kind of, well, not really, just kind of chasing a bit too much, really going for it. Obviously he's got that extra tankiness, so he doesn't have to worry overly. He's got that extra mana from the best of Valor and physical protection, so there's not many things that can kill him at the moment. Obviously Poseidon doesn't quite have the damage yet to kind of rip him apart, and Athena is a tank. Even though Athena is really strong in her utility, the damage output generally isn't over the top at the moment. So Barkus now does finish off his best of Valor, so he's now going to get that cooldown reduction, obviously kind of be a bit more problematic, obviously, with the slower leap he has now. Not overly as much as he used to be. We see Guan Yu finished off his mystical mark and picked up level 2 boots. So I'd like to see which way he's going to go with that. I probably wouldn't see a Midas boots, but you never quite know. Well, we see Midas boots coming up onto Athena. Obviously, that extra gold can help. So I always like to wait until they finish their boots, because you can always speculate a little bit there. Fenrir is coming around. He's going to use his ultimate, so there's brutalized there onto Guan Yu. Decides not to actually pull him out of the way. Obviously, wouldn't have enough damage to actually kill Guan Yu, obviously, with that mystical mark there and no penetration. And his Heartseeker's probably only about 30 stacks at the minute. Potentially, yeah, about 30 stacks, I would say. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less. Poseidon in a bit of a sticky situation here. Getting stuck free, being rushed a bit on the tower here. Taking a couple of hits from the Agni Rain of Fires. There's 4 middle, so Poseidon's a little bit sore. Mace to the face there. Needs to kind of doing the right thing, staying at the back of the tower. If they dove under that tower, he's obviously going to back out straight away. Decides, just leave it, don't even bother. There's sometimes that you have to realise the tower's dead either way. You kind of have to back out, let it go, not worry too much about it. I still like this solo lane actually going on there. You always get it. The Guan Yu and the Odin do like to kind of... The tanks know they're not going to die, but they like to just have a little punch, don't they? Just come on, just keep going, just keep going. That's the kind of way it is. Just the little tank wars. Hit him with handbags at 10 paces. Handbags at 10 paces. Which is pretty much it now. Handbags at 10 paces. Come on. Juke, 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 juke. See, it's like doing no damage. Little bit of hit, little bit of hit. So we've got some I'd say some action going on mid lane. Just we've got Myoelectric just kind of rotating over at the minute. They're kind of rotating in. Barkus is now going back to their right hand side lane. Shivalanke is just having a little look, as well as Agni's here. So 4 picking up the gold camps. Kind of just everybody's, they're just keeping their farm going. That's kind of what's going on. Everybody wants to keep their farm going, make sure they don't fall behind in gold. Obviously 4 is ahead by a long shot. He's a whole 1,000 gold ahead of actually he's 1,000 gold ahead against Odin, which is the top hand side for Denial Esports. Poseidon is behind by about 1,300 gold. Obviously he has died twice, did manage to pick up 2 assists though, but still that's still crippling a little bit. The jungler's ahead. Obviously 4 though is picking up Barrock of Hope, obviously just pretty much just going more tanky. You can obviously put out some damage, and not too bad damage there with that Void Blade and Warrior's Heavy Boots with the extra pen, but he wants to be careful, obviously, versus that Poseidon, Whirlpool, and Kraken. The Whirlpool, obviously, the tidal surge as well, or tidal wave, can really ruin your day as a carry if you don't have any magical protection. They're just going to go straight for that tower, get it down really early. That's the second tower of the game, so 1 apiece for towers as it is. 4 is going to go up. Where is he going to land? No, they all decides to go under the tower. Decides against it, which is a good boy. And I actually reckon they're probably out of range. So they're going to go for the Gold Fury instead. Knowing they were out of the way, they're going to go for this. So it's 4 on 4. No, 4 on 5. Yeah, 4 on 5. Apollo is taking the right tower. So we get a ring of spears cracking and pretty much everything. We've got a stun wall coming out there. Guan Yu's ultimate going out there as well. I couldn't quite tell who got the gold there. I do believe it was Denial Esports. It did look like Denial Esports managed to get that, but there was so much damage coming out. I wasn't not too sure who got it, but then we see the right hand side. Apollo did the right thing, just didn't rotate over, knew he could get a secure tower in that time. Does have his ultimate, so he can just decide to get out of there. It's a really good play there by Denial Esports. If they got the gold fury, I don't believe they got the gold fury. I'm not sure. The gold's leapt up about the right amounts across the board, but then again, I'm not sure. About 200, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, you guys will see. I'll see, probably. It'll be forever a mystery. Forever a mystery. Agni backing out. So Poseidon just getting some free farm middle now. Let's have a look at the levels. The levels are pretty good. Yeah, 2 level 17s, a level 15 a pair, a level 13 each, and both range. I always find this quite funny now, because of the way the new layouts is. The right hand, the two laners is always a range carry at the minute. Always a range carry and a tank. Well, that means always that range carry is always behind in levels. This is about the only people. Oh, Guan Yu armor going out there onto Poseidon. Didn't actually stun him in the end, surprisingly. Lots of Agni damage going out there onto Fenrir. Fenrir managing to get away, but they're deciding to leave Fenrir and go for the Poseidon instead. Kraken coming out there, manages to get free. Apollo goes in on top. Poseidon still trying to take a lot of damage out of it. Apollo does go out. Whirlpool coming out there to try and keep Shibalanke away. Needs to be a little careful. The Agni is coming in from behind there. And a few darts there from the somersault from Shibalanke. Does take him down. We see 2 tanks apiece this side. Where's the DPS? Where's the DPS? There's no DPS. Fenrir is coming back. Obviously, he had the back. He had so low health. So there was a 2-0 trade there for Myoelectric. Really what they want to see. They don't want to have to worry too much. They're going to go back, stick some more little jungle camps again. Just keep pushing their advantage forward. Obviously, I reckon they got the Gold Fury. Do you know what? I'm gonna kind of leave that alone. Forget it. Let's just move on. Carry on. But Denial Esports have managed to pick up more towers at the minute. So they got that 1 extra tower, which is going to help them in the long run. Well, not in the long run, just going to help them at the moment until obviously Myoelectric either get that tower, or it's one of the things. Most games, most towers go down. There's very few games that you'll see that all the towers don't go down. Sometimes they just rush the mid. It's so many options that can happen. So Odin up middle then. He's doesn't really need to be too careful. He's quite tanky. Obviously, Balkus is there. Ward coverage on the left-hand side, so he would have seen them. Apollo in a bit of a sticky situation in the right-hand lane, and I'm kind of missing it there. Athena is rotating in. Let's just kind of bring that back and have a little look, see what's going on. So obviously, Thor's come around, stunned him. Berserker's Barrage just not managing to kind of keep up with him there. The hammer coming out there from Thor. Obviously, just couldn't get away in his chariot. As even though Athena did come around. 4 is going up into the air just to kind of get away. They're going to use that for an escape rather than anything else. So he managed to secure another kill there onto the Apollo. It's just being caught out, really, isn't it? Just kind of playing ahead, not having wards covering your side. Obviously, there's 2 red wards there. There's no blue wards. The blue wards were around the fire giant area, but they did kind of wear out. But obviously, if 4 comes up the other way, you're not going to see him coming. So, let's go on. Fenrir in a bit of trouble. He's the only one over on the left side. There's 5-man team coming his way. Shibalanke's going under the tower. There's Guan Yu's ult coming out there as well. Ragnarok for the extra movement speed here. We've got 4 hammer coming out. Berserker's Barrage managed to get stopped by Athena. That was a perfect stop. It's going to let Fenrir managed to get away with that one with the creeping curse coming out there as well. 4 is a little stuck, but Belch of the Gods coming out and it's the stun Poseidon, nobody else. So they were quite lucky there not to lose Fenrir. Fenrir just has to kind of thank Athena for his life. That's pretty much what that was there. If Athena hadn't managed to get that taunt off, you'd have seen it go the other way. And Poseidon, Mace of the Faith, managed to secure that blue in the end. So I do love this new jungle. It's quite open. You can see what's going on there. So one team's going for the movement speed, the other team's going for the Gulf Fury. Lucky enough though they can clear the Gulf Fury and get over to the movement speed and get into the goal. But Belch of the Gods coming out. I see an Apollo coming down. Wall coming out, but there's 5 men on one side of the wall and 3 Myoelectric on the other side of the wall. So there's Agni doing a little bit onto Matty. There's not too much going on. So there's a Mesmerize coming out there onto Barkus. Didn't do too much effect there. Athena coming down onto Apollo, just trying to keep him alive. Now 4 is coming around. Ring of Spears coming out from Odin to lock in. It was Barkus and Guan Yu at the time. Zergus Barrage going out there onto Mace of the Face. He does miss the hammer, but does cause a lot of damage there. There should be a stun wall. I did see it kind of go, but didn't actually happen in the end. There's Matty and Plains Monty there on the Gulf Fury, so they definitely secured that one. So Denial Esports got that one. There's a Rain of Fire coming out there from Agni. Managed to pick up Poseidon. 4 should go down here. There's just like a few little water attacks. Does go down. There's a hammer to his face. Guan Yu is rotating around, just having a little look. So they started the Gulf Fury and lost it. Now I wonder if that's 2 they lost rather than just the 1. Agni there with full health, which is definitely good by him. Even though you've got the health to kind of use, as an Agni you don't want to be the one being focused by damage. So he's done really well there to kind of well, they were all there. They were all there, I think. So Denial Esports kind of keeping the gold the same, 47k to 48k, so there's only 1k behind. We do have a combat blink there from Odin, which is going to help out a lot in most engagements. It's kind of, I do find it quite questionable a bit sometimes on why to pick up a combat blink, obviously for an Odin or a tank or something like that, because you could use it for an initiate. Okay, so if you get the standard blink, it's 45 seconds, and you can use it just to initiate, obviously. Great for like a Ymir and stuff like that, but then again you can see like that situation there to get the ring on there, but the combat blink with the 180 second cooldown can be used to some effect. I don't know if he actually used it during that fight. I didn't actually see him blink, but it has its uses. Obviously with the combat blink we see gives extra gods that don't have escapes like Anubis and stuff like that a bit of an escape, at least one escape. It's like Flash from League of Legends, pretty much. So Poseidon has, he's going to be best fate of Valor now for the cooldown reduction, but he has got his gem, so he is going to be it's that gem annoyance, that slow annoyance that comes out from Poseidon that everybody hates. So Matt is there. How is he seeing that? Where's that? Yeah, there's a bit of an obnoxious ward placement at the moment. Obviously, underneath the feet. You can't touch that ward because it's under the feet. But anyone else can do what they like. So, it's just kind of settling down at the moment. We've had a bit of a fight going off here and there, but settled down. Everybody's even in towers. And still, Odin's still top for gold at the minute. Obviously, with that 1 kill, 3 assists. Hasn't died. Him and Athena are the only people that haven't died at the moment. So, Fenrir died once. So his Heartseeker stack should be okay. When did he die last? I don't think he died recently anyway. So he should have a good few Heartseeker stacks on him. Guan Yu's already got a teleport scroll. So I don't know if he's actually going to use that yet. Let's just see where he's going to go with it at all. Shivalanka is kind of struggling a bit. That's just what I kind of see. All the range, being a range carry now, because you keep sticking in the 2 people lane, is becoming probably the most difficult one to be. Because obviously you need a lot of farm to cause the damage. Obviously you're going to be behind in levels, and behind in items. So we can see that taking effect. Obviously Apollo and Shivalanka are both the bottom 2. Well, they're both the bottom on the gold and pretty much the levels. Barcus and Athena kind of like a level behind, but that's just fair enough. The duo lane tank is going to take less. Damn it. Well, get less XP. So just more. Everybody's just, let's just speed up. Everybody's just grabbing their camps. We don't need to kind of sit and wait and watch for this too much. But you can see it's kind of becoming a hard job to be a range carry now. So 4 is chasing after Athena. Athena decides to back out. There go Guan Yu. And everything kind of cracking on. Agony coming out there. Obviously a taunt from Athena into the shield wall. Did nothing really too much. Obviously it was against Guan Yu. So Guan Yu just kind of laughed it off. Ha 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 ha. And decided to kind of get us. Fenrir is going to go rotating around. Obviously, does he know where the junglers are? So there's lots of aggressive wards, obviously, from Myoelectric. There's one here. There's one here. Obviously, we still can't see it. That bug is not doing us any favours at the minute. Got Odin here. Just kind of backing out. So is there anything exceptional in any of the things? No. We still see... We've seen two differences from the ranged. Oh, Fenrir getting caught out there, gets stun walled, then gets jumped up the air. Belchagos didn't really do too much effect. And now they're rotating right. While they're rotating right, they're going to probably go for that tower. Looks like, well, we've got a 5-man team. 4 is going up. There's going to be an initiate. The Shibalunka's ult going out there, blinding everybody. Remember, as 4, even though he's on the same team, you can still see once you go up in the air. So it's a good thing there. Matty Pocket is getting focused at the minute by pretty much everybody. Ragnarok coming out there. Ring of Spears coming out there just before he died. He did go down there. Venus stuck in there. Kraken coming out there onto 2 members of Myoelectric. I know Apollo. No, Matty Pocket. Combat blinked out of his ring because he didn't have a leap anymore. Marcus is taking a bit of damage there. Obviously, Guan Yu losing an armor. Berserker's Barrage as well coming out from 4. Shibalunka is just pretty much sitting at the back, all attacking as much as he likes. Odin does go down in the end to the Agni. The Agni is causing a lot of damage. Athena is going up onto the Fenrir. Don't see it doing too much damage to Shibalunka. Apollo just getting stuck in the corner. Marcus is backing out behind that wall. Fenrir is going after Shibalunka, but Shibalunka is just, he does manage to secure that, but will die to the Agni kind of flame wave noxious gas combo. So how was that? That was like 3 to 1. So it was a 3-to-1 exchange there. Not good for Denial. Not good for Denial at all. We could see a Fire Giant attempt. Yep, they are going to... Yep, we're straight for it. So we've got the Fire Giant attempt. The reason I say that is because 3 people will die. 3 of the main DPSs for Denial Esports had been killed. So we've got Athena. Athena doesn't have Hands of God. And Poseidon doesn't have Hands of God. So that's an easy secure for Myoelectric. As long as they've got that hog there... Nobody else can do it. That's just there. Bang, gone, and killed. So they've got the Fire Giant. They've got it on 4 people. Sorry, Shibalunka, you kind of got caught out. Now, what I was going to say about the range carries a bit earlier on. Now, they have decided to go slightly different. Obviously, they went for the boots, Executioner first for that extra attack speed. And then Apollo went for Devourer's Gloves, obviously for that extra physical power and... lifesteal, which works out really well, but Shibalunka decided to go rush that Deathbringer straight out. Now, there is kind of like, I know Pompon says that has his Warrior Tabby boots, Executioner, or Devourer's Executioner, and that's the way he likes to build because it kind of gets out more damage early on. Well, better damage than your Deathbringer, but Executioner, Deathbringer, not a bad choice in any respect as well. At least you're going to get that extra crit damage that you wouldn't have done before. You might have not got the extra large hits on everything else. So the Myoelectric they're starting to go through it again now. This time they had the Fire Giant, so they do have the benefit here. They kind of need to be a little careful. Obviously, Golfew is down past half health. It's just going to need like a hog. Is the hog going to come out there? And Denial steal it again. What is going on? Obviously, because they used the hog for the Fire Giant when they didn't need to. One you did manage to kill. Oh god, I need to sleep. Creeping Curse going out there onto Athena. Athena's got stuck, being caught out by Berkshire to add a little collision there with the wall, so couldn't actually bring the Spectator Cannon out. So the middle tower is going to go down, but they did manage to secure that Gold Fury. So pretty much the last two Gold Furies that Myoelectric have gone to go, possibly the first one as well, I'm not 100% sure. Denial Esports keeps stealing it. Apollo is just dead. There is nothing. Kraken coming out there from Poseidon. Agni using Firebomb. Didn't really do too much there. Brutalize coming out there from Fenrir. Fenrir just kind of went for a tank. Obviously, look, the first three members, front three members of Myoelectric are so tanky. So you've got four that's got the Void Blade. And he's also got the Barrack of Hope. So if he gets taken down low, he's still tanky. He's going to reduce that damage done to him considerably. Obviously, you've got the same for Fenrir. Fenrir's got the Void Blade. Starting to work on the Barrack of Hope. He's got Barrack of Hope. He's got level 2. Level 2 is actually better than a full level 3 for the money-wise, if you don't need to actually get it. But then he's on for Time Bane. Time Bane, yeah, good. He's got the penetration. Obviously, 4's going for Jotun's Wrath. Just to kind of get that cooldown reduction down. Feels he's got enough damage at the moment. Obviously, with the passive from 4 works out really well for him. So the left-hand Phoenix will go down for Denial Esports. They're just kind of sitting around waiting for the respawns. They've got 4. 4 and 4. Fenrir's just going to get caught out there a little bit. The stun not really being too effective lately. It's more the dividing wall that kind of holds everything off. So they're going to go for that right-hand tower, which is the last one standing for Denial Esports. So Bancroft talent, a really late Bancroft talent actually coming out from Agni. I liked it a bit earlier, but he probably felt he needed the penetration. So that we got a Ring of Spears and a Blink out from Matty Pocket there. We've got Fenrir in there on his own versus 4. Needs to be a little bit careful. The Ragnarok as well, obviously going to get him out. Is he going to grab something before he goes? No, he decides not to. Does manage to grab one at the back. Who did he actually grab there in the end? So he managed to grab 4. Maybe not been the best idea. Athena is kind of ulting in now. A bit too late. I think that she should have probably done that when he's pretty much under the tower. But he does manage to get away. That is enough to secure that, to save his life. And Myoelectric have gone back now to doing that tower. So I do like the Ring of Spear, jump, leap in, Ring of Spear, blink out. It's a really good combination. Obviously, like I was saying, that maybe you want the actual blink, but you can see there the uses of it working really well there for Matty Pocket. So they managed to take the movement speed buff there. Oh, not movement speed buff, damage buff. They've changed the locations. Got to remember where it is. God, this game's getting long. Come on, come on. Finish it already. So we got Denial actually on a bit of the back legs. Obviously, you've got 2 lanes of fire creeps coming in there. They need to be a little kind of wary what's going on. Well, wary what's going on. Also need to be careful. There's a ward here. So if, what was it? Myoelectric wanted to, they could just kind of like straight in. That ward there that you can't actually see is a teleport ward. That there is blatantly for if they manage to get a few kills out in the jungle somewhere else, they're going to back, grab a teleport scroll, bang, straight there, straight for the Minotaur. That's how that's going to work. Haven't seen too much use of it this weekend, but well, actually, yesterday's game you saw it enough. Just a little bit. You see like a whole 5-man team back, and instantly at the enemy's Minotaur again. Now they're looking to contest the fire giant. They need to be a little careful though, because I do believe both hogs are up. And Matty's quite good at actually stealing, as you can see. He's not done too bad. So Myoelectric are going to force this fire giant fight. See a little bit more there. No, decide to back off. Reset it. Now, Matty's just looking. Now, we've got to remember that the hogs are auto fire. So I don't know how it works when there's 2 hogs. How is that going to go? So we've got Guan Yu's armor going out there. We've got Shibalanga's ult going out there as well. There's a stun from Agni. Intoxication. 4 kind of landed down, but didn't land down on anybody. Girdle of Might going out. Didn't actually do anything to Shibalanga. Ragnarok and Athena's ult being used there as well onto the Odin. Odin uses his Ring of Spears. Managed to get 2. Saw Ring of Spears, then it went again. There's a Kraken coming out there, managing to secure Shibalanga. Did a lot of damage to Guan Yu and Barcus, but not enough to the real people. Everyone kind of seems to leave the Agni alone. Agni's just kind of getting out there. We have a bit more action going on right now. Fenrir looked like... No, he manages to get out in the end. Poseidon, it's going to go down there, obviously. He's just getting out. Using Aegis to try and get out of there. Belcher's guys manages to finish him off. And you can see the middle Phoenix obviously got taken down there by the minions at the same time. And Myoelectric are going to probably, most likely, take this fight on. There's nothing here to kind of contest. And then we have a teleport in there from Barcus as well. Just to add insult to injury. Need to be a little bit careful here. If we kind of see the Minotaur. Minotaur's taking a lot of damage just from the fire minions. They could lose this just to the minions alone if they're not too careful. What could we see? We could see the fire giants obviously gone to Myoelectric now. Are they going to... No, their wards aren't out the front anymore. Left-hand Phoenix should survive. Obviously, you've got someone there protecting it now. We've got Fenrir over here. And everybody's back for the Myoelectric team. I'm going to move forward a little bit. I don't move forward a little bit. They should be able to push and finish this game now. Obviously, Poseidon's still down for another 18 seconds. They could push. Looks like they're just going to go secure the Gold Fury as well. And actually get this one. They should do. No, picking up buff first. We have a finished Bancroft talent for Agni. Now going for Rodatuhi. Obviously, that late damage. He was more utility at the start, obviously, with the Void Stone, then Gem of Isolation, then Penetration. Still doing a lot of damage in that full respect. But then the Bancroft Talon and Rodatuhi come in the last 2 rounds. So they decided to leave the Gold Fury, and they're just going to push. Pick up more camps on the way down. It's always like one of these ones. You assume the game's over, and you just want to kind of push, go. But everybody kind of, they don't want to throw the game. They just kind of want to keep as they're going, keep going. There's no reason to mess things up. They could have gone down the middle lane, would have been a lot safer. Obviously, Odin there blinked. I do believe blinked. Shivalunke all going out. Fenrir brutalized onto 4, which is, like I say, they seem to be focusing the wrong targets. They're going for the tanky targets. One use ultimate going out there onto Poseidon. Manages, he beats out the way of that 4. Doesn't hit anyone again, obviously just trying to get behind. Does manage to stun onto Poseidon though, using his hammer to get through. Do you know what? Every time I watch the casts, I'm like, I know it's their name, and I don't even know the name. And then when I try to do it myself, no. Apollo goes up in the air, and then look at that. Because the fire minions got their Minotaur down so low, what was that, like a second? He got hit on, and then bang. Pretty much they finished up there. So congratulations to Myoelectric. They did advance onto the next match. I'm sorry for Denial Esports. They just kind of got pushed out. I think this was round 2, round 1, round 2. I think this was round 2, or the first. No, it might have been the first round actually. First round. So we can kind of look at Poseidon Mace to face doing most of the damage there. Obviously, you'd expect that from Kraken AOE and stuff like that. Same as like Agni there, does a lot of damage from the Rain of Fire. Structure damage. We've got. Yeah, Nurian, the jungler, did the most structure. Oh no, tell a lie. Shibalonka did the most structure. But there wasn't a lot of structure damage there for Denial Esports there. Obviously, that's shared out over to 3 towers. This is 6 towers plus a couple of phoenixes and that. Oh god, my nose keeps wanting to block as I'm talking. Sorry. So, hope you guys have been enjoying watching this. Spectator. I hope you guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you like it, please click that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you actually enjoy everything and kind of want to stay around and watch some more. And there'll be more tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Have fun. Bye.